Trent, another classic, and I still don't understand how they found a way to win this game.
Yeah, it was incredible to see what the Dodgers were able to do. In so many ways, it felt like the Dodgers really were the team of destiny in 2025. So many things it felt like went their way. The Blue Jays, for a lot of this World Series, outplayed the Dodgers, but the Dodgers got the breaks they needed.
Let's go to to Rogers Center right now. Dodger players and Dave Roberts getting ready to bust some champagne.
Yamamoto did will never be done again. Hey, this guy's last guy. Lucky Kirby. This guy's last time in a clubhouse as an active player. And so the floor is yours, Mike.
Thanks, Doc. It's an absolute honor to be in this clubhouse with you guys. I love every single one of you. I can't imagine a better way to go out in the pop. There you go.
Clayton Kershaw thanking the guys. Can't figure out a better way to go out, and here it is right here, Dodger fans.
The celebration, there's nothing like this, to have this moment, spraying the champagne, a celebration of a second straight World Series for everything the Dodgers had been through. And in this game in particular, you know, the Dodgers win last year. They did it in 5 games. They beat the Yankees, really controlled that series. This was a game, this was a series where it really was a coin flip for so much of the Fall Classic. In this game, the Dodgers truly back against the wall. The Blue Jays came as close as you possibly could to winning the World Series and not win, but the Dodgers get the moment from Rojas, from Will Smith, and Yamamoto. Incredible.
Andy Pages had a terrible World Series, benched. Dave takes him out, puts him back in, and he makes the play defensively of the World Series, you can argue, to save the game.
Yeah, he stepped up in so many ways. Miguel Rojas, again, at the play yesterday, it was the defense. To win a World Series, you need everybody. So many different pieces. It was all hands on deck. I know that term is being used for the pitching, but it was everybody. And you bring up Pages with a huge catch in this game. Just so many moments, and all 26 and everyone around the team can enjoy this moment in the Dodger clubhouse in Toronto tonight.
When I look at this clubhouse right now and this celebration going on, what comes to my mind, and we hear this term a lot, is heart of a champion. But there's a reason no one has won back-to-back World Series titles in 25 years, because it's not easy, and you have to fight, and you have to claw, and you have to believe. And Trent, that's what we saw tonight out of these guys when they were down 3-0, when they were down 3-1, when they were down 4-2, when they were down 4-3.
This was a series where the Dodgers really, they didn't hit the whole series. The pitching was just kind of hanging on the whole time. They didn't have their bullpen the entire World Series, but they got enough to win a championship, and did so in as dramatic a fashion and as dramatic of a World Series as we may have ever seen.
Unbelievable. Okay, let's come back here and let's show you how we got where we just were. Unbelievable night at Rogers Center. Big Willie style. Will Smith is the player of the game thanks to his go-ahead home run in the 11th inning. He hit 2 home runs in this Fall Classic and totaled 6 RBI. The Dodgers win their 3rd title in the last 6 seasons, beating the Toronto Blue Jays 5-4 in extra innings. And with this championship, it's their 9th title, and with that, they tie the Boston Red Sox and the Athletics for 3rd all-time. Now the Dodgers just trail the Cardinals with 11, and of course the New York Yankees with that big lead at 27. Welcome back to our Sports Wrap studios. Let's head it back out to Rogers Center in Toronto, where our Kyle Kraska is enjoying the bask of victory on the field there, Kyle.
Yeah, it's awfully nice to be out here right now. So many Dodger fans are still here cheering on the players. They all went in, as you saw earlier right here on the postgame show. They went in and did the champagne celebration. A lot of them have wandered back out here on the field. In fact, Mookie Betts just enjoying a little family time, his wife Brianna, and just enjoying the glow of victory. See Clayton Kershaw with his kids wandering around shirtless, as we are always so used to seeing Clayton Kershaw. And like I said, a lot of players just kind of come out here. The confetti still down on the field. We saw Kike Hernandez earlier doing snow angels out there in the confetti. And it's just one of those moments, like the journey that begins way back in February and continues on. Remember, this series, the season started in Japan, and then it ends internationally as well here in Canada. So it's been a long road, and now these guys can finally maybe exhale that it's been mission accomplished for so many of them. You know, Tommy Edman's a guy that came over in the trade deadline last year. He was injured when he came to the Dodgers, but all of a sudden he worked his way into the starting lineup and had a huge National League Championship Series. He's the MVP of that last year and continued his journey with the Dodgers this year, up and down with injuries. But Tommy Edman, just one of those guys, just one of those contributors to help make this World Series championship a reality. I caught up with Tommy right after the game was over.
We faced a lot of adversity this year, and even, you know, kind of just like the game today. You know, we got down early and just kept on fighting back, and just, you know, a really special group we got.
It's not about talking about you getting taken out in that moment, but it's about your roster, how deep it is. Everyone had a plan. Everyone had something to do. What can you say about that and the roster depth?
Crazy. You know, Andy makes that game-saving catch right after I come out, and Miggy had a huge play at second. You know, and we just needed every part of our roster, and, you know, that's why we won it all.
Winning the World
Just another example there of you ask a player about their experience, and they talk about all their teammates and all that those teammates brought to the table. So many people a part of this, considering how many innings they played in this World Series, and to come out on top here on the road in Toronto. It's unfortunate that the Dodgers were not able to win this thing at home again, but you know what? It still counts. They are World Series champions for the second consecutive year, guys.
And the crowd goes wild. This is a look inside Tom's Watch Bar in downtown LA. The very moment that happened, it was a scene that was seen across many bars across Southern California.
Absolutely, and in the newsroom as well, because a lot of people could not believe that the Dodgers were able to pull that off.
After Monday night's 18 inning, tonight's 11 inning. Good evening, everybody. You're watching a special World Series edition of the Fox 11 News. Thank you for being with us. I'm Marla Tejas.
And I'm Susan Hirosuna. The Dodgers may have won abroad, but that's not stopping fans from celebrating their boys in blue. Sky Fox flying over Pacoima. This is a live picture where Dodgers fans are surrounding this intersection. This is over Van Nuys and Haddon. Justin O'Brien live from Sky Fox with more. Justin.
Yes, good evening, Susan. Marla, great victory tonight by our boys in blue. We're out here at Van Nuys and Haddon. This is actually in Pacoima. The guys came out here as soon as that victory occurred. You saw a large crowd gather out here. They've been doing donouts for at least the last hour or so. No LAPD on the scene here. Of course, the LAPD are on a tactical alert. They've been on that tactical alert since 5 o'clock this afternoon, meaning that no LAPD officers were able to go home. And the LAPD officers definitely have their hands full. Several areas around the city, downtown, there's skirmish lines. We are hearing reports of possibly they're using less than lethal to try and break up the crowd. The area around Chica Hearn there, where the crypto arena is, had a hockey game on tonight, so there's a large crowd there anyway. Seeing fireworks going off here, people going into the intersection here. They're raising their Dodger flags, their Dodger gear, running out there, setting off fireworks. We also should mention LAPD are really stretched tonight. They've got a large crowd they're dealing with also at Echo Park, near the Vin Scully entrance there to Dodger Stadium. So this area out here at Pacoima, obviously the LAPD is going to get here when they can, but the group out here seem to be just doing the usual celebration, donuts and street takeover, ladies.
Justin, you've been up there for a while watching what's going on down below. Have you seen any injuries take place, any businesses being impacted?
No, so far, Marlo, great news there. I haven't seen any injuries. A few close calls here with these cars come spinning around, and guys try and touch the side of the crowd, the vehicle, almost liken it to the running of the bulls. But the good news is I haven't seen any looting at this stage, but there's been several intersections. Laurel Canyon and Paxton is another big one where there's a large crowd there of Dodger fans who are celebrating tonight. And I should also mention Sheriff's Department also have their hands full in East LA. CHP helping them out. They're shutting down down some of the exits or entrances onto the freeway, the 60. I should mention that's Atlantic and Olympic off the 710, Marla and Susan.
Well, indeed, Justin, LAPD had issued a lot of road closures around 9:30, just after the victory, because they are worried for this kind of situation where if too many people get together, then it's like a mob kind of mentality, and that's when police start to get nervous.
Yes, that's right. I'm actually surprised that the LAPD are not out here. They obviously are putting their efforts where they think they need them the most. There's a lot of obviously valuable property in those areas and a lot more people. We're looking at being told about 500 people in Echo Park. They're also dealing with a similar number in downtown LA. And around here, if you look at that crowd there, you'd also estimate it to be around about 300 here. But I believe like you have a branch here, I believe it's a public library. We don't have a lot of commercial stores, so they don't seem like they're intent in causing any vandalism or damage. They just seem to be just expressing themselves by burning rubber.
All right. Meantime, LAPD now allowed to start using gas and less than lethal force if necessary.
All right, Justin, thanks. We want to give you a look. This is in the downtown LA area, right near crypto.com, and you can see all the smoke, presumably from people either lighting fireworks or those doing donuts in the middle of the intersections. Unlike the scene in Pacoima, there are plenty of LAPD officers here. Again, a tactical alert has been issued. This happened hours ago in anticipation of these celebratory events. So let's remember that this is a celebration. Let's not get anyone injured. Let's not damage businesses. Let's not damage buses. We've seen that in the past. So right here, these shots from downtown LA, it looks like people are minding themselves as best that they can. You see that single Dodgers flag being waved there, but there is quite the presence of LAPD in downtown Los Angeles.
LAPD, and that's the skirmish line. All right, we've got team coverage to tell you about tonight on the big game. Fox Sports reporter Kyle Kraska in Toronto. Fox 11 is in Toronto for that historic victory. So not only sports director Kyle Kraska, but also Matthew Seedorf.
And in LA, celebrating and rejoicing with fans.
Let's bring in Kyle Kraska, live from Rogers Center in Toronto, who talked to several players on the field after another historic Dodger victory. Kyle.
Yeah, this series one for the ages. You know, you almost feel bad that a team had to lose this series because both teams were right there at the end. To go into extra innings in Game 7 is just remarkable. And obviously these players elated after everything that they've been through this entire season, from being labeled as the team to beat way back in spring training, predicted to win 120 games. That didn't work out, but they got into the postseason and ups and downs. But at the end of the day, they win the final 2 games of the postseason and clinch their second consecutive world championship. Many players right out here on the field behind me when it was all said and done. I had a chance to catch up with several. Take a listen. Describe the feeling right now.
It's great. I mean, it's your dream as a kid to come, especially my hometown team, play in the World Series. Everyone stepped up. Yamamoto's a savage. I'm just so proud of him. This whole team has been incredible. We just kept fighting, kept believing in each other, kept believing we were going to win this game tonight. Never lost that belief. Miggy, Muncy stepping up huge with a couple homers. The pitchers doing what they did. That was just a gritty win tonight.
It's incredible. We know we can do that. We never give up. The whole game we were trying to keep the energy up high and just go there, battle, get one by one, not trying to score a bunch in one inning.
We faced a lot of adversity this year, and even, kind of just like the game today. We got down early and just kept on fighting back, and just really special group we got.
What a night, what a series, what a season. The Dodgers come through in the end. It was, I've said it a couple of times, if a Hollywood director received a script like that, he'd look at it and say, this is just too ridiculous, too unbelievable. The Dodgers down 4-2 in the 8th inning, get a home run from Max Muncy, get a home run from Miguel Rojas in the 9th. And then in the 11th inning, Will Smith to come through with that solo blast. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto to do what he did in this series, throw 235 pitches and get 3 wins. First pitcher to do that in 24 years. And the Dodgers are your back-to-back World Series championships. Hey, that's going to do it for us. We're going to sign off here from Toronto for my companion here, Julio Duran, our fantastic sports photographer. I'm Kyle Kreska. We're signing off from Toronto. We're back to LA, and we're excited about a parade coming up. I think it's on Monday. Is that right, Gerard?
That's right, Kyle. Great job out there, you and Julio. Safe flight home, boys. Enjoy the night, though. We're going to have much more coming up in sports on this amazing Dodgers World Series Game 7 victory. Susan.
Amazing indeed. Thank you.
And he just mentioned the parade. Yes, the parade is scheduled for this Monday. You heard Coach Dave Roberts, perhaps, during the trophy-raising celebration. He mentioned that the parade will be Monday. We will have details as soon as the Dodgers drop all that information.
Dodgers fans in Toronto celebrating this extraordinary win. Let's go live now to Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf in Toronto with the fan reaction, which I'm sure was off the charts. Matt.
Unbelievable. I mean, this was probably the greatest baseball game I have ever been to. It was back and forth the whole time. The Dodgers were down to those just 2 outs and then the home run and then the defense and the extra innings and then the Will Smith to top it off with that home run. The Dodgers hold on for that win. But joining us live actually is Chelsea Freeman, Freddie Freeman's wife. How did you do during this game?
I've never been so nervous during a baseball game. My hands were sweaty. I was shaking. It was such a roller coaster of emotions, and I feel like it makes the win so much extra special because we had to work so hard for it.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced any emotions like the one tonight? I know that you've been through 2 World Series now, but this one feels a little different.
This feels completely different. The group of guys that we have on this team and the women are just absolutely incredible, and they deserve it so bad. We've had a hard year as a Dodgers family, and we really wanted to kind of dedicate this to the Vestias. We love them. We miss them. And Freddie's mom as well, who's from Toronto. So we're just so happy.
I can tell you're feeling some emotions just talking about this.
It's really incredible kind of when I look back and think about this year and Freddie's whole career, and the fact that this is the 3rd World Series is just unbelievable.
Last question, just I know you've been going through a lot tonight. Have you gotten a chance to catch up with Freddie after the game?
A little bit. He wants to get home. He took my 2 youngest boys in the clubhouse, so we'll meet him on the bus.
Anything else you want to tell LA as they celebrate tonight?
Just congratulations. We're so excited, and we're so proud to represent LA. And let's go Dodgers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
See you at the parade. But again, those fans also just celebrating. They couldn't believe it. They left here speechless. Go ahead and take a look.
To tell, it was one for the ages. Probably one of the best series. And I'm a Canadian, and thank you.
Let's go Dodgers.
This game had it all.
Extra innings, the solo home runs, the bases loaded, getting out of the jams for both teams. It was an absolutely incredible game.
My buddy and I came. We weren't even going to come. A couple hours ago, we bought the ticket, and we were so glad to be here. Absolutely epic. What a win for the Dodgers.
It was amazing. You know, we know I went to the games in LA. We know they fought hard. We didn't quite win it. It was amazing. Everybody kind of flew in. Great crowd. Loved to Toronto. But I think it was amazing to see this group of players kind of cruise through and then win 2. Let's go for 3-peat. We know what it's like in LA.
Unreal.
No words to describe. No words to describe this.
Oh my God. What was it like being here for this game?
I have no words. I'm in shock right now. I'm in shock, but once again, no doubt. The boys in blue.
We shelled a lot of dough for this, but I would have shelled out 10 times as much to be here for tonight.
Tonight was just priceless.
The vibes here tonight, unbelievable. Top of the 9th there, down 1 run, and then Miguel Rojas to tie it like that. The stadium went silent. It was insane. And then that home run by Will Smith was a no-doubter, and I felt like at that moment these fans finally realized that this was it, and the Dodgers were going back-to-back. We're live in Toronto tonight. Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
What a moment for you to be there, especially as a collegiate baseball player in your time as well. Congratulations, Matthew. Thanks so much for your reporting. Fly safely back home because you have a parade to cover on Monday.
Yeah, all of the busyness, it's not yet done.
Yeah, you're not done.
You still have more work to do, but it's fun work.
Yes,
Congratulations
it is.
to everyone.
Okay, now let's get to some celebrations here in Los Angeles. This was a dual celebration. Today's November 1st.
Okay, we've got Rachel Aragon in Little Tokyo. I thought you were going to be at Hollywood forever.
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought too.
You moved on.
You know that when the Dodgers went back-to-back, you have to move on, right? A little bit serious. In Little Tokyo, there is so much excitement. Exactly, back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
We've been cheering on Yamamoto, right? MVP.
Yamamoto.
There we go. It's been very exciting here, of course. But I want to get a listen to some people earlier when it was even busier. Hear what they had to say.
What can I say? Incredible team effort. What can we say about Yoshi? Yamamoto was incredible tonight.
Oh my God, we were on the edge of our seat since game one. But honestly, I trust the boys in blue, and we got it done.
We feel amazing. They said it couldn't be done back to back. They said it couldn't be done.
Let's keep the streak going.
Let's keep it going.
We excited for a parade on Monday?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're excited.
I think they gave us a heart attack a little bit, but we persevered. You can see how excited fans are here in Little Tokyo. It almost feels like the parade started a bit. I know it's on Monday, but here in Little Tokyo, it feels like it's already started a celebration again. We are so excited back to back, right? You excited?
Let's go, yeah.
Yes, we are. So many people here can't wait till Monday, but right now we're going to soak in that Game 7 win. I'll send it back to you guys.
Hard-fought victory. Rachel, thank you so much. And in the middle of all of her sound bites, she had Robert Vargas, of course, the artist,
the muralist,
who is responsible for that amazing mural in Little Tokyo of Shohei.
All right.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing. Okay, let's take you back upstairs to Sky Fox and check in on the crowd that has assembled there. This is in Pacoima, and this entire intersection has been blocked off. And we've just seen vehicles do donut after donut after donut. You see all the burned rubber in the middle of this intersection. Can we recall the streets?
This is Van Nuys and Haddon. Justin O'Brien is still upstairs with Sky Fox. Justin, what are you seeing?
Yeah, good day against Susan and Marla. Yeah, this is Van Nuys and Haddon.
That's right.
Out here in Pacoima. Yeah, the crowd, very well-behaved crowd, despite the donuts in the middle of the street there. Just look at all that rubber that's burnt into the pavement, just to give you an indication of the party that's going on here tonight. But it seems like it's actually just a very good mood crowd. They do not appear to be doing any vandalism. It seems to be just everyone's getting out here watching, letting off fireworks, flying the Dodgers flag, and doing donuts. But certainly a happy crowd. Unlike what's going on in downtown and Echo Park, we understand LAPD have their hands full, and that's why you're not seeing them out here. Of course, the city, as I said earlier, on a tactical alert, trying to deal with the celebrations of people enjoying this victory of the Dodgers, ladies.
So still no LAPD there in Pacoima, Justin?
Yeah, that's correct, Marla, and my sources on the ground have not heard of them saying that they're actually sending anybody in this direction. Obviously, they would tell me that maybe there's been no complaints made. Of course, you've got these businesses here, and there appear to be people standing outside purchasing stuff. We've got some security guards over here at a market, making sure that nothing nefarious goes on over there. But again, this crowd appears to be pretty much here just to look at the cars do their thing and celebrate the victory tonight.
Well, Justin, you mentioned a different picture in downtown Los Angeles. There are some reports that LAPD says a large crowd there at 9th Street between Main and Olive is launching industrial-sized fireworks and vandalizing autonomous vehicles. So some destructive celebrating reportedly happening in downtown Los Angeles. So we'll have to check in on that. Justin, thanks. Keep a watch there, and we'll check back with you accordingly.